All right, guys, welcome back to week two. BUS350, managing the small business. Had a great first week. This week, we had a great discussion. I'm glad to see that a lot of you have got some type of experience in small business. That's really good, and some management experience as well. Some of you got some really strong management experience. I'm really glad to see that as well. So we've got a lot going on. This week, the quote is "Don't dwell." This is by Dennis Waitley, by the way. If you don't know who that is, let's take a look at Dennis. See what you think that how you like him. Anyway, don't dwell on what went wrong. Instead, focus on what to do next. Spend your energies on moving forward toward finding the answer. So, what do we mean by that? So many times I see in companies where we want to play the blame game. Whose fault is it that this failed? Whose fault is it that they made this wrong decision? So many times I see that, and I tell you, it's don't waste your energies on that. Who cares? It doesn't matter who's to blame. If you've got somebody that constantly makes mistakes and makes bad decisions, they're gonna get pointed out pretty quick, and you're gonna know who they are easy enough. You don't need to sit there and spend your energies on who was the bad decision maker. That'll come to light soon enough. Worry about how do we fix this? How do we go forward? How do we prevent this from happening again? That's what you need to worry about. That is the focus of what you need to, where you need to put your concerns. That should be the focus of your concerns. I'm trying to say that, but I cannot get the words out. So this week, franchising, an opportunity in an existing business. Let's talk about that. Last week we talked about recognizing opportunities. That's what you read about. This week I want you to read two chapters. I want you to read chapter 2 and chapter 3 of your entrepreneurship and small business management book. Make sure that you read the PowerPoints that I have under the weekly readings. I want you to take a look at the pros and cons of buying a franchise business. What is a franchise business? Well, McDonald's, that's a franchise. Ace Hardware, that's a franchise. There are tons of franchises out there. There are franchises out there you didn't even know existed. There are some really cool ones out there that you can get involved with if you're looking at purchasing a small business and getting started. Franchises are great, but they also tie your hands if you're looking at a lot of freedom. For instance, if you want to open a restaurant up and you have your own ideas of what the menu should be, maybe a franchise is not right for you. They are going to require you to stick closely to their menus. Buy their product. They will supply you. They will do your advertising for you, like McDonald's or Burger King, or one of 1,000 different other chains out there. So anyway, you have the pros and cons of buying a franchise. Your week 2 discussion. This week what I want to talk about is, suppose you have a successful small business, but decide you want to leave it. What might be some of the reasons for leaving a small business? So I want you to take a look at that. Take a look at the other questions that I have under the discussion section there. And let's go through that in the discussions. I'm looking forward to that. For the review questions, what I want you to do is I want you to submit a Microsoft Word document. You do not need to put it in APA, but you do need to have some kind of consistent format throughout your paper. Make it look like a nice academic paper, nice and clean. 12-point font, New Times Roman, that kind of fun stuff. That's not in the directions, but use common sense, please. I want you to complete the questions 1, 2, 3, and 4 on page 50, and let's get those submitted by Saturday. You have a week 2 quiz. I want that on as well. And let's see, there is another paper at the very bottom. I want you to read that paper as well. It's called Buying a Franchise versus Starting Your Own Business. I want you to take a look at that. That should be up in the reading section. I don't know why it's way down there, but that's where it is. I want you to read that as well this week. That should be up in the reading section. So buying a franchise versus starting your own business, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page once you get into week 2 folder, and you will see it down there. So if you have any questions, again, guys, the best way to get a hold of me, email, text me, give me a phone call, whatever it takes. Other than that, let's have a great week. I'm looking forward to this week. Get in those discussions early. Your initial post needs to be in there by Wednesday. Don't forget that. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. I'll get the grades done as soon as I can and get those into you as quickly as possible. You should probably see your grades in there by Monday, if not early on Tuesday. All right, guys, let's have a great afternoon or great day, great week, and I'll talk to you soon. We'll be in touch. Thanks.